Hamzah. Let's talk about this Hamzah ordeal. Before we do this, should we play that clip or not? Is that what? Oh wait. We have some chat engagement here before you.
Go ahead.
I don't know which clip are you talking about.
You talking about with Turkey?
With His Excellency. So I think Jakul is a good fighter, and he just lacks charisma.
Sharp can't walk and chew gum.
That's
That's crazy.
That's dope.
But,
No, that's true. He does lack he lacks that charisma and stuff like that. So
I won't say that.
he does.
I don't say I agree with that. Oh, I don't agree with that.
They which part?
That he lacks charisma.
I think he does.
I think he's very charismatic. He's got a great smile with the Keisha Cole gap. I mean,
Throwback Keisha Cole.
Listen, yeah. Maybe
some of the performances. Yes, I can see that.
That's the part.
It's the coming at the fans though, because he's very marketable. Like we would love to see him, and I think people want to root for him. So it's not that. But yeah,
I think I think it's more of his personality is. He is who he is. Like he's a kid from Newark. Like, and sometimes he's very defensive. Sometimes you don't engage with trolls, because if you engage with trolls, you just playing. You're rolling with the pigs in the mud.
It's the second half of the comment. The boxing style.
Oh wait.
That comment is 50% correct.
It's not a fan friendly performance.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah,
I think for a boxing purist, yes, it's amazing, but it doesn't have that entertainment factor to someone that may prefer a Mexican style.
In context, Cam, we have to put it in context. Who are you doing it against?
Right.
I think we got robbed from Kid Austin. Like, if Kid Austin was on that stage, something may have triggered Shakur to approach it differently. And yes, he did score with a KO, but it didn't look like something that was an uphill battle, or it did. Respect to Padley, man, but he was not on that level to be on that stage with him. Respect.
You keep saying that. I don't really agree.
You don't
with
agree?
That. It went 9 rounds on the 4 days. Come on, bro. A 6-8 week camp. You don't tell me this guy did not look competitive at moments.
Well, I'll take that back.
You build up your body. You build up your body in camp. So I can't really sit here and say, oh, he didn't belong on that stage with him. He just didn't get the proper preparation time. There's a big difference. This is an undefeated fighter who clearly is a professional because he was ready to fight. So to say you can't, I don't think you can sit here and say that he was not on his level as far as clearly talent wise, right? But he was a professional that has earned the right in the ring to get the opportunity, and he took advantage of it. So
and more qualified than Floyd Schofield.
Which we talked about him stepping up. We talked about that. So we just thought we would have got a fight, a more entertaining fight, because there's a personality, there's an interest here in the United States. You bring a fighter with Padley that brings a European crowd. But we were wanted to see Shakur be pressed a little bit, and that's what we thought we were going to get from a Floyd Schofield. We didn't necessarily think he was going to win, but we wanted to see him be challenged with someone that was
dangerous. And I would say we might get the same performance because Floyd Schofield holds the actual knockout power. So Shakur might have been on the bike. Shakur might have been on the bike even more.
Right. But with the Shakur, man, he's an enigma. He's one of those that he's one of those people that you just he just shakes up the Twitter world. He shakes up everything. So we could talk about this man for like hours.
That's something we can't agree on.
But
I love it.
let's talk about Hamzah. We skipped off the Hamzah topic because we won't play that. Okay.
No, sorry about that. Oh man,
yeah,
I thought
Go ahead.
we won't even go. We'll go through this. We just gonna play one clip about this, and then I'm gonna ask you fellas what you think about what's happening in this dynamic that we visualized and saw and had to accept. So let me play this clip here. Hey, just for copyright, I can't play. There's music playing in the background, but fellas, let's talk. Let's discuss. Let's engage.
He's doing his Mayweather Promotions impersonation right there.
Right.
People online, hit us with some comments on what you thought about that clip. Somebody talking about the scorecard.
He was supposed to be that guy, man. He was supposed to be that guy and was not putting on the performance that I think a lot of fans in the UK was not expecting. Adamas walked into a clear walking into a visitor's arena, basically, even though it was neither his home country, and I really felt like he won that fight. But to see it was a close fight, but to see a 118-110 for Adamas, that was wild. But we talked about some judges favoring a fighter being on the front foot. I don't necessarily think he was always effective off the front foot, but he definitely was the one, dictating the rhythms and the pace of the fight. I did think he notched a close victory, and he was a champion. Seeing the clip with Turkey on the side of the ring, it kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth just because of just sports in general right now. There's always some type of controversy or, the product being questioned. You really just want to feel like you're watching a competitive situation and the best person is going to win. So seeing it kind of sours it.
Is that a teacher helping you cheat in the test? Is that a teacher helping you cheat?
I don't know. He wasn't performing that great. I think they expected him to do well. He's fought on the Riyadh season card multiple times. They clearly have some type of interest in him, and he just wasn't performing well. And Turkey did not go to Adame's side. He went to Sheeraz's side to let him know what he thought about the scorecard. So, Sheeraz he just isn't what they thought. I saw his last fight. Thought he looked explosive. Did not see that this fight. Looked a little timid. Didn't let his hands go. Showed some little ability, but he didn't take the belt and didn't deserve the draw.
Facts.
Yeah, I put in the chat. This was like the unofficial intermission. Just from a name standpoint, but it was a competitive fight. Adamas probably picked up some fans here and definitely earned his respect. So shout out to him.
Shout out. Well, I feel this is one of those things where if you're involved with a product and you're the CEO, CFO, or sponsor, stay the hell back. It's like Diddy dancing in your music video. Like the whole thing that Death Row, this is like an old reference. Now, remember, if you watched the Source Awards from the late 90s, when was it Source Awards, right? Where Suge Knight stepped on stage saying, "You don't want your CEO dancing all in your videos," doing all sorts of stuff. This is controversial, by the way, that I'm talking about.
Well, also, yeah,
I'm doing Death Row.
You can't say that name in 2025 either. Like,
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Remember, there was a Source Award where Death Row at that time in the 90s was going against Bad Boys, and there was a whole thing of after the Outkast had won, I think they broke a record, and the South is here to stay or whatever. There was Suge Knight won an award, and anyway, long story short, he was shooting at the CEO, dancing all up in your videos,
wearing shiny suits,
just wanting that stage and wanting that shine. Stay the Stay back. If you're the person orchestrating everything, I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you in the mix. And that was a shot back then to, man them from Bad Boy. But it's like, let your stars be stars. In this situation, it looks bad because it looks like, hey, here's the cheat sheet to the exam. Not the cheat sheet to the exam, but this is what you need to score high, which is okay. People do it all the time. We said Floyd did it. I mean, there are videos that it comes out like where people tell you, hey, bro, you're not doing good on the fighting scorecard. Step it up. But in this case, homie's telling you 2 points. 2 points. You just have to do this to pass the test. Two. He said 2 points. You're down. Come on, man. Step back and sit in your boss seat back there. At the end of the day, he's not talented enough or qualified enough to be on that stage. Period. Because now you could have been a stage for another qualified fighter. But I understand it's all some national stuff. I understand, and I don't want to go into it. But that's how I felt about that. It reminded me of that Suge Knight Bad Boys ordeal back in the day.
I do believe Sheeraz is a European belt holder. There was some levels that to get to this point in his career. He just didn't perform well in this fight, or let me say, well, it just wasn't good enough to be Adamas this past Saturday.
And Adamas is correct me if I'm wrong. Is he Cuban?
Yes.
Yes.
Or is it Dominican? One of the.
I think you might be right.
Yeah. I think he's.
And for me, it's not even about what country you present. If you're an organizer, if you're the person facilitating, you have to be neutral. You have to you got to step back. We don't want to see what side you're on, especially if you're the big money distributor. It just looks bad. It looks bad from business side of things, because now if I woke up and I was Carlos in this Adamas and I had like a stomach ache, I'm like, they poisoned me. Because you saw how homeboy is moving over there. I'm in his country. I don't have anything to like. I don't want you choosing sides. You could choose sides inside how you feel, what you want, but step back. Leave the fighters. Let the fighters do whatever that exactly what my man Oliver said. Conflict in interest. Don't do that. Like, if you're a business owner, you could have whatever, but don't show that on camera. That look crazy. That look crazy. I don't know, but that's just me. But maybe it's different over there in Saudi Arabia. But respect, Turkey. We need to come out there.